Welcome to GouldFish on Games and Budget Game Reviews, and today's cheap review will be on Terminator 2 Judgment Day for the Amiga. Now if you played the console versions, these screenshots should look completely different, as once again the consoles and the computer versions were handled by completely different people, with Ocean and the dreaded LGN taking care of the computer version. So let's open this box up and see what's inside. And first off we have the manual, which has this low colour but very classy looking manual that covers all the various platforms the game is on. Hasta la vista baby! And it starts off with a bit of background to the film, because in theory the kids that were playing this game shouldn't have watched it. But let's ignore that one, shall we? Now this manual mostly covers three main platforms, the Atari ST, the Amiga and the PC, and contains the loading instructions and controls for all those platforms, and goes over all 8 of the various levels. Well, it's 8 levels in theory, and that's pretty much all the manual needs to cover, as the rest of it is filled up with the other languages that the game supports. Also in the box is 2 floppy disks for the game itself. Now you might see another 2 in the box. They are actually doubles that came with another bundle. So let's boot this up and see if this game is any good. Which starts with this pretty decent rendition of the theme music, and then goes into a set of stills of the Terminator, which are actually pretty well drawn. So this is actually looking as if it could be quite good. Well, apart from that face looks a little wrong. It even has these FMV sequences from the film, and yeah, they are low quality and low colour, but they do look pretty decent. So who knows, LGN and Ocean might have actually made a decent game. So let's go to the first level and... Wait, hold on. What's this? What is this? Is that Arnie? Honestly, is that meant to be Arnie? Okay, let's just play the game. Maybe it's good. Okay, I'm sure this is shocking absolutely no one when I say, no, this isn't good. The first stage is a beat 'em up. Well, you can shoot at the start, and then once you run out of ammo, you have to just go up and start punching and kicking the T-1000. The controls are barely non-existent. You press the fire button in a direction, and sometimes you'll make a move, sometimes you won't. The type of move seems almost random with what comes out. You just gotta hope that you keep knocking him down more than he knocks you down so you can go on to the next level. And if you just so happen to actually enjoy this stage, don't worry, because we'll get to do it 2 more times by the end of the game. Following the formula of Batman and the other Ocean licensed games, this is basically a set of mini-games that follow the basic story of the film. So this is obviously the part of the film where we have to try and get John Connor away from the T-1000 who's driving the truck. And because this game absolutely hates you, there's actually 2 ways of dying. Either John Connor can get taken out by the truck behind you, or the T-800 can get taken out by rocks and stuff in front of you. So it's lots of fun. Oh, and there's only 1 life. You fail on any stage, you're right back to the beginning. And if you happen to have a 1MB Amiga, then when you complete a stage you get another little video sequence from the film, though it might be using some of the in-game sound effects. And how do you follow up a high-octane explosive level like that? Well, of course it has to be a block puzzle game. Your goal is to make the top picture match the bottom one. Thankfully it's not a sliding block puzzle, but spoilers, we get one of those later on. Really, the only good part about this is the little animation touches it does when you start to get parts of it complete. And quite a nice animation when you complete it. And you do want to complete it, because it's the only way you're going to get your health back. And yay, we get to fight the T-1000 again, but this time in the hospital. Absolutely nothing has changed in the controls or any part of the game at all. So, yeah. Let's just skip over this bit, shall we? Actually, beat 'em up stages, everything is forgiven because this is a sliding block puzzle, and I think I'd rather play the beat 'em up than this again. So yeah, you have to try and move the blocks around to match up the face. Now it seems that this picture was actually different in the various versions. And to be honest, it's probably the only interesting thing that I can say about this block shifting puzzle, because if you played one, you've played all of them. The next level, for all intents and purposes, is an auto-scrolling shoot 'em up. The only time it pauses is when you hold down the fire button, and you have to decide if you're going to be shooting in front, to the top, or to the bottom, as baddies will appear in those three places. And to be honest, it's only the baddies that appear straight in front of you that are a problem, because they're the only ones you can't dodge the bullets. And this pretty much just continues for about a couple of minutes, and that's it. It's pretty much the easiest level in the entire game. And after another sequence from the movie, we have another driving sequence. This time we're weaving through traffic trying to avoid the helicopter, but we can also shoot back at it, which is pretty nice. So again, the T-800 will lose health if you hit any cars, and Sarah will lose health if the helicopter manages to shoot her. And you might have noticed that there's only music during the puzzle sequences. During all the action parts, it's just sound effects. And to be honest, that seems a little wrong. And before you know it, we're on to the last stage, which is again, the beat 'em up. Though at least they have managed to do a bit of work on the Terminator's face so you can see part of the robot. But that's it, nothing else has really changed apart from that background, which is obviously in the steel mill. So, does this game really capture the heart of the film? No, not really. Does it capture all the story of the film? No, not really. Though it was the only way as a kid you were legally allowed to experience the film. So, I guess it had that going for it? So thank you for watching the GouldFish on Games budget game review of Terminator 2 Judgment Day for the Amiga. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider liking, subscribing, or even letting me know down in the comments below, as I'd love to hear if you experienced this game back in the day, or if there's any other games you think could do with the budget game reviews treatment.